how are we tonight?
Good, sir. How are you?
Antwan, my man.
I'm doing well.
So happy you're here.
Thanks.
Ryan, I don't know if you realize, but we have...
Trey's in hot.
Sorry, I was a little excited.
Ready to go. All right.
This music gets me going. I don't know what to say.
That's right. Robots and all.
I don't know if you got any emails or anything complaining, but we have yet to discuss any details of our safari trip. Do we know why we haven't done that?
Well, I heard from all the birds that Ryan and Trey...
Antwan. We talked about this before the show, guys.
Okay.
Hey, we agreed to not talk about what happened on our safari. We're going to leave it at that. How do you feel about that?
That's okay. Yeah, I do remember.
Do you want to give them a hint?
No, I'm sorry.
No.
I'll drop it. Okay.
Antwan. All fair? Fair enough?
I guess so, yeah.
Just know that we survived and we're back and everybody's safe.
Good. Okay.
I didn't sign an NDA, so if I need to speak on it, I will.
Yeah, I think we'll put the safari to bed. How about that?
Fine.
We're done with this. See this robot shit? It gets in my... I'm just turn it down a little more. All right. Guys, I'm ready for tonight. Where's... I feel like somebody's missing. Poor Meg.
Her funeral was so sad.
She's here in spirit.
She's alive, actually. She's off to law school doing law school things.
Yeah, that's more important apparently than our podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. No, hello, Meg. We miss you. Anyway.
And that's it for Meg.
Meg. That was your 20 seconds.
She's canceled.
Yeah, she's out of here.
I found a little story that was interesting. I'm going to have to go find one of these spiders, but it's an Austrian supermarket that actually had to evacuate after a highly venomous spider was spotted in the store. Said this...
Where is this again?
This is in Austria.
Oh, Austria.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It says the deadly arachnid in question is the Brazilian wandering spider, and it was reportedly spotted in the store. The creature has reached Europe before, usually by hiding in bunches of bananas being shipped to stores.
Oh, so he's from like another continent.
It says it's a Brazilian spider.
Oh, I missed that
Brazilian
part. Okay.
wandering.
Man,
sorry.
he's made it further than a
More
lot
like
of people.
deadly arachnid. Sorry. Sorry.
So this...
I didn't understand that joke, but I'm laughing.
Bring it back.
Bring him back in, boys.
The 4-inch black and red spider apparently popped up in the penny supermarket in Krems and der Donua, which is about 45 miles west. I don't think we really need to know all this.
Right there.
It's a super scary spider, and it's still on the loose. And despite the extensive search of the store, which included sealing all the banana crates, it's still going around.
Huh.
So the reason why this is so scary is it's actually featured in the Guinness Book of World Records as the world's most venomous arachnid. I don't know if I already said that.
No, I didn't know it was the most venomous.
Its bite can cause hypothermia, blurred vision, convulsions, and erections.
What?
So
Spider bite and then all of a sudden just...
Yeah. So if you can deal with all
control.
that other stuff, it comes with erections. So mine's on back order
like
right
a Saturday
now.
night.
So yeah, I'm just waiting for mine to show up. So if I start acting crazy, you know why right now.
Trey's shipment of Brazilian spiders
is on its way. Got it.
Are you going to put that on like any kind of dating profile?
Yeah. Ladies, I use
was
a Brazilian
bitten by
spider.
a Brazilian spider.
Ready to roll.
I'm 6'1". I'm an avid weightlifter. I have a boner spider at my disposal.
a boner spider.
That's your Tinder bio now. You're welcome.
I love it.
So
that's pretty funny.
So that was interesting.
So is there any kind of like, are they trying to get rid of this thing, or like is it just there and now they're accepting it?
We're just trying to find it. Yeah. So
there's only one.
There's a bunch of men running around with boners though now. So
it's only one
in Austria. Yeah, that's what it said. It's only one. That made it
is it like a
one of
tiny
these banana crates? It says it's 4-inch.
Oh.
4 inches. So 4 inches is not tiny. I don't care what you say.
I was gonna say
4 inches is rather large.
If you are wondering what Trey was dealing with in the nether regions, I think we just found out.
That's why
Antwan.
That's why he feels so close to this spider.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. So there's a spider that gives people boners.
Yes.
All right.
So
move over Viagra.
there you go. Just bitten by a spider.
That's great. We'll add Vienna to our next.
Hopefully, you
world
don't
tour.
die from it. So
Yeah. I tell you what, I'm going to let Antwan's here. I'm going to let him go off a little bit. What do you think, Antwan?
Okay.
Go ahead. Talk to us.
First order of business, I have a game for us all three to play. You want to know what it is?
Okay.
It's called the Shut the Hell Up game. It's y'all's two's turn.
damn.
I thought it was like a real thing. Like,
I was actually
cool,
looking forward to Antwan being here, but my
I
God.
thought it was going to be like,
was
all right,
brutal.
Trey, like, I did would you rather
Yeah.
whatever. Once I thought it was going to be like something like that.
It was not.
Not at all. Like, I still feel like, well, we're not doing very well.
That's probably our worst game ever.
Yeah, you both just lost.
already
Penalty,
lost, like,
death. I'm joking.
That would be the worst game for us ever.
Yeah,
Just shut the
me
hell
too.
up. So
I can't
I'd
even
start
imagine.
laughing.
I can't even imagine not being able to talk.
No, okay, so pretty much I want to talk about some conspiracies, y'all. And so I think when I was younger, I saw a video on YouTube, a dangerous place if you're like susceptible to like believing in things that simply are not true. But I was only like 14 or 15, and I saw a video that was like the
So like 5 years ago.
I was about to say that.
Actually, I'm 22.
Oh.
So this was more like 7 years ago at this point. So, yeah.
Actually, yeah. Wow. I thought I was like
Yeah.
way off.
Entire children have
much.
been born since this.
Yeah.
But,
Oh my goodness.
sorry.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt you.
But I saw a video that was like, hey, y'all, conspiracy guy here. The Titanic never actually sank.
Oh,
the Olympic
okay.
sank because the number of like portholes on the boat on the bottom of the ocean matches this boat that was like supposed to be sailed. Or matches the other boat. And they just like switched out the lettering on the boat to make people
Oh,
think it was
shit.
the Titanic. And I was like, oh my God.
Well, where did the Titanic go then?
It's still there apparently, and okay,
Where?
this is not true, by the way. I don't know. I don't remember all the details.
I was about to say, what happened to this submersive ship? So they went down and not even
Submersible.
Submersible.
I said submersible.
The submersive ship that was supposed to
Yeah.
go down. Now it wasn't going
All
to see
for
shit.
nothing.
It was going to go see the other
The other ship.
Yeah.
What was it? What was it again? The
Olympic, I think it's called.
Olympia. No, Olympic.
But the whole thing, apparently, it was like a whole scheme to like start the Federal Reserve. And I was
Yes,
like,
I heard about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but
heard about
turns
this.
out it's
Trey's very
not
excited.
true. So I was stupid.
Well, how do you know?
Because two of the most influential people were on that boat, and then
Yeah.
they got off the boat, and the one person that was voting against it was on the boat and died. So then they were able
It
to
was
start
a
the
whole
Federal
thing.
Reserve because he died. He couldn't push back on it anymore. So yeah,
I think I'm following.
you think you're following?
I think I'm following.
So see what happened was
Yeah, but then,
Okay. All right. So you're a conspiracy theory kind of guy. Like you enjoy thinking about it and possibilities.
I mean,
Yeah. What are the ones that you've believed before?
Well, there's one that I believe currently. Like, I know it's probably not true, but what if it was? So imagine this. When you get on an airplane, you're like, oh my God, like the airplane, I feel like it's like going so fast, it's taking off. I'm in the sky, oh my God, the clouds are so pretty. I see the sunrise. Oh my goodness, what a treat to experience this. But, you know, for like the past 3 flights I've had, I've been like, what if I'm just in like a wind tunnel in this plane and they're just like flashing lights to make it seem like I'm, you know, taking off into the stratosphere or whatever part of the atmosphere I'm going into. But
I
I'm
didn't know we went into
actually,
the stratosphere.
yeah, I'm so far off of that. That's really high. You probably die.
Well, but if it's not real, then you can just pretend you're going.
And you're right. So, no, but I was like, what if I'm actually just like still on the ground and they're like trying to create like the illusion that I'm like actually taking off, but I'm not. And they like, when I land, I'm actually still in like the same place, but like, they just like change the buildings around me and they hire like all these actors to be like, welcome to Boston. I've never been to Boston.
With the accents and everything.
Welcome to, I can't do a Boston accent. Welcome to Boston.
No, that's not. No.
That wasn't even close.
Park the car.
Yeah, it's
the
the-
Boston
yeah,
Yard.
Soda pops,
Yeah.
some clam chowder.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
No.
Well, if that's the case, then they're assholes for having any turbulence because that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
right
Well,
there.
they got to
I
make it
know.
realistic.
Well, they have to have fun with it too, I guess.
That's bullshit.
But I was like, what if we're all being Truman showed? What if
I was
going
gonna
to
ask.
Are
It
in
sounds like
simulation?
it sounds like a Truman Show.
Because think about it. The U.S. is so cheap; they won't even, as you were saying earlier, help Hawaii out with
yeah,
their
we'll get
stuff,
there.
right? So what if they couldn't pay for like enough square footage in the simulation, so they have to just like change up what they have to make do with what they have. Country girls have to make do, and that's what they're doing.
That's hilarious.
How could they change up that much real estate? What if you're like, all of a sudden I want to go to Switzerland, to this, to Australia, to and all of a sudden
they have the props already made.
Oh, you're saying for all the
Props are
countries?
ready to roll.
All the cities, all
They
the countries?
came prepared.
Wow,
Interesting.
all for you, all for Antwan.
Well,
Why are the tickets so damn expensive then if we're
Yeah.
just staying in the same place? That's some bullshit right there.
you know what? They have to make an economy somehow. Is this true? Probably not, but it very well could be.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm never flying.
Well,
again.
again, I was fascinated by the Truman Show. I love that movie. and-
I've never seen.
How fast do you think we get kicked off a plane if we told that story right there on the plane?
yeah, I saw the tunnel. Where are we?
We're really just
Yeah.
in a tunnel, guys. It's okay.
This motherfucker's not real.
There you go.
There you go, just like that. That sounds like you. I don't know. I feel like
We've got a
I feel
pilot
like this
friend.
is
We
an
need to ask
extreme.
him.
Yeah, we do have a pilot.
Is this
friend.
all bullshit? That's what we need to ask him.
Yeah, well, he's not going to be allowed to tell us.
He's not even like an actual trained pilot.
That's true.
Like
That's
he's
true.
he's there for decoration.
Well, I want to
We'll
be
tell
there
him.
for
The
We'll
plane's
tell
decoration.
him.
flying itself.
We'll tell him he can't fly.
He
Like
gets-
you're bullshit.
Yeah, your plane doesn't take off.
Yeah.
Also, okay, government, if you're hearing this, I'm entirely joking. I was bored on a plane
Don't
one
audit me.
day. Yeah, I would like to be able to continue to fly and not be frisked every TSA line I go through.
That's
Hey, I wanna be
That's that
frisked.
conspiracy guy. This motherfucker over
See,
here.
I
I'm not.
enjoy being frisks.
You like being taken into
Yeah.
the back room.
I tell him, I say,
He
hey,
likes
I'm
when the-
hiding something here. You want to come?
He
find
likes
out?
when the sweaty bald man with pit stains in his blue TSA shirt decides to like.
Hey,
Do you go
there's
up?
No hate here. Don't
Trey,
hate on me.
Trey, do you go up to? You should look over and just like start shifting.
Yeah.
shifting your butt. Just like I'm sorry. There's something.
Come here, Gertrude.
Uncomfortable
Search-
in my butt.
search
I
me.
have cocaine in here. I have a whole
Yeah,
kilo
yeah.
in
Like
here.
Yeah.
this bag is getting
Yeah.
getting warm.
Absolutely.
Oh no, it popped.
Yeah. Oops.
That's not going to be good.
Yeah. Oh man. What other conspiracies? You got any more? I mean, the big ones are
The moon landing. I believe that the moon
the moon landing.
No, that we landed on the moon. Like,
Yeah. I Trey was asking me earlier. He's like, "Do you believe in conspiracy?" And I just don't. There's none that, and it's not that I don't like want to. I just
I mean, you shouldn't want to, but
there's nothing. Well, there's nothing that kind of stuck out as
What about COVID-19 was actually used for population control? What do you think?
Well, I mean that.
needed it.
Yeah, and I don't see. That's the thing. I don't disagree with it, but at the same time, you're talking about some utopia, dystopia type shit. Where
Some
You know,
what?
who got to-
some topia? What?
Utopian.
Not a tea?
utopian.
What is that?
some
It's a type of flower.
tapioca. No,
A pudding.
I put it. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that makes sense with Joe Biden now.
Right, that's right.
Because he's so old.
Well,
He likes his pudding.
Yeah, Trey is brought to light that Joe Biden likes his pudding.
No, he likes ice cream, Trey.
Well,
Ice
that's
cream?
Yeah.
It's not
That-
pudding.
that's only on certain days he gets
Dang
he
it,
behaves
Antwan,
well.
You messed up
Yeah.
you messed my illusion up.
So I don't know. I feel like you were asking. You just asked me one. You just said even the Joe Biden. What did you say?
COVID-19.
The COVID-19
Population control.
Yeah, thank you. I think it would be fascinating, but who would come together on that to make that call? Are you talking about? I mean, China, or is it everybody? Or
So-
world leaders?
Do y'all remember when Kim Jong-un was like, I have a Christmas present for the United States? I think that COVID-19 was a very delayed Christmas present.
Well, he got the world.
Yeah. Well,
It's a shitty ass Christmas
You
present.
think do you think China's in with him?
no, I think they were just
Just no. Overall, do you think that
No.
North Korea and China are kind of in bed together
No, I think they were just collateral damage.
on this topic? I'm talking
Yeah.
in general.
No, I think
A lot of people think that China, the reason North Korea can do their thing is China's support. That's, I guess, a conspiracy theory in and of itself.
I think if they were like a relationship, North Korea is like the very grumpy husband, and China is the wife who's like, I need this marriage annulled so fast.
Oh,
Yeah. So I
that's like the opposite of what I was thinking. I've seen they were close.
I mean, to be honest, I would have no idea.
You're saying China's kind of like, North Korea is so annoying, and we don't want to align with those guys.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a conspiracy theory that I think I could get behind and believe it. That China kind of is in bed with North Korea. But anyway, like with the when they fire the missiles off the coast and all that.
Yeah.
I think China was kind of like supporting that. No, you don't think missiles were fired off the coast, Antwan?
Wait,
You shook your head vigorously.
you saw that?
I did.
Oh, but you didn't.
Oh.
Wait, did you hear that?
Oh, I guess I must be mistaken.
Oh.
Antwan, we do have cameras now. So
What? Cameras?
yeah. Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
Yeah, you definitely
Cut the cameras.
So Truman Show, Antwan is think about that, everybody. When you're on an airplane, the next time, think of Antwan and the fact that always think of Antwan, but it is specifically in this on the plane. What if you're being shown out? You're looking out the window and it's just all this like technology and graphics,
Smoke and mirrors, yeah.
and you're not really going anywhere, and you're in some sort of a simulator that really just takes you to nowhere.
Yeah.
That's interesting because, man, they have to do a lot. I mean, if you go from here to like Colorado or something in the mountains, I mean, there's a lot of.
Well, if you think about it, it's just like a continuous like film tape of like mountains being like just shown to you, just like repeat
So
repetitively.
once we get out of the airplane, it's still all that stuff's still fake.
It could be, yeah.
Interesting.
Mother Nature is a pretty wishy-washy person, so maybe
it's
it
a
is.
shitty
I
scenario.
hope they got a decent contract because this is expensive.
Yeah.
I hope they got some, at
Maybe
least.
I need to go work for them.
least
They
8
might- they might
seasons.
Pay well.
What if what if you got off the plane, they fucked up on the signs?
It's happened to me before. I'm joking.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go to New York, and for whatever reason, there's a bunch of Chinese symbols everywhere. It's like, what the fuck?
So those are fun. Always like it. I'm always open to conspiracy theories, but I don't know. There haven't been any that have made me really believe. But this one,
valid.
I'll look out the airplane window for you.
Yeah,
I'll
thank
think
you.
about it.
See if it's bullshit or not.
See if it's bullshit.
I would be pissed if I see a bunch of people running around with fucking signs, though. I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be like, Antwan was fucking right.
Like, I
Yeah.
told
Well,
you
you're
so.
going to be overly. You're going to like that guy looks fishy. Like
Be sitting here
what's
looking
going on over
I'm gonna
here?
be looking
like,
out the
maybe this
fucking,
motherfucker isn't real.
Yeah.
they might
Yeah.
pull me off the plane as they see me looking out the window all fucking crazy. and
Oh,
shit.
Yeah.
Like, what the-
All of a sudden they'll pretend like you were causing a disturbance.
Right.
Yeah. That's funny. Let's move on to something that I've been meaning to talk about this for a while. Trey, you and I, when we started this podcast, we've said it a couple times. We were going to do some sports.
Yeah. We have
And
yet to
then-
do sports except for what, trans athletes? I think that's the
And then
most
like a
sports
little
we've hit.
league baseball story.
Oh, yeah,
And, yeah. So this is about team names.
Okay.
And it goes so much deeper than that. I am surprised it took us this long to get to because we've talked about things that are like this. And what I mean by that is cancel culture, being overly woke, those types of things. And so we're going to talk about the main professional team name that has been under the radar for the last couple of years, and that is no longer the Washington
Oakland
Redskins.
Raiders.
The Oakland Raiders. Good try, Antwan.
That was wrong.
That was a wrong answer.
Dang it.
The Washington Redskins. Oh yeah, what's wrong? Is there anything wrong with Raiders? No.
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 I just-
What were they?
Besides
They
the fans, no.
A
Besides what?
couple of years ago,
what are the Raiders? Like, what are they?
in LA and Oakland or whatever? They tweeted. So there was like a whole like progress made towards like police violence, and so they tweeted, "I can breathe,"
Oh.
Well, all right.
and they didn't
well-
delete it. Do you get it?
Oh no, I get it.
Yeah.
But like that's. I mean,
They
they
thought-
think that was going to do it.
They
or
thought
like-
they thought they ate with that, but they simply did
no.
not. Like,
They
they-
did.
I like that. They like hey that.
They did not.
But I don't know what the team name itself. The
Oh, no.
Raiders. What a rating? Who is rating what?
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, whatever. But the Washington Redskins, as we all know, we should all know, the term Redskins, right? It was a derogatory term, according to most, to describe Native Americans.
Right.
I'll go ahead and tell you, everybody, that I have a fantasy football team name that I've used for years called the Aspen Whiteskins.
Terribly offended by that.
And it was something that was both trying to offend fellow white people and other people. I was trying to offend everybody with it.
Yeah.
And it's really, the point is it's not a big deal. Who gives a shit?
That's why I
It's
always
white-
vetoed your trades.
Yeah, you're like this guy. And I didn't mean it anyway. I mean, and you know me by now. I mean, it was really, and no one said anything about it, but it's just kind of like, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for someone to be like, who's this guy? You know, we have like a couple new guys that come into our league every year. And I'm waiting for people to just, and I don't know if they have, but the point being is that Redskin was just a term, in my opinion. And I want, if you have knowledge of this more than I do, either of you, please tell me. I don't know really if there's any in depth to the red part of it other than just the tone of their skin. Did you hear about anything else?
No, I should have talking about it. When I heard about it a couple of years ago, I didn't know it wasn't the name. I thought it was like the logo. That was the mascot. That was the issue. You know?
No, I think the term Redskin is what is supposed to be offensive. So I think that's what it was. But I don't,
because I thought the logo looked badass.
Yeah.
I mean, this was like a tough looking guy.
Right. So I think the Redskin term is what was so offensive about it. Like, for instance, the Cleveland Indians.
Right.
What was offensive about that was, in fact, the logo being just a silly, goofy looking Indian
and he was
guy.
smiling.
Yeah.
Like a big
so
smile.
I think that was what was offensive about it.
Well, and some people also talked about the name Indian being a Native American versus an actual Indian.
Right. But then again, there's the Chiefs. So, I mean, is that because...
Well, but the Chiefs isn't supposed to be over in another country. I'm talking Indians were actually over in India. And somehow they got named Indians because that's what people were looking for when they got to the...
Christopher Columbus.
Old Columbus.
Yeah.
And, you know... I don't want to say anything, but I have an Italian friend today who was just like, you know what? You guys should say, why is everyone trying to take Columbus from us? Like, you know, and he was... it was pretty funny. I won't go into it. Maybe I'll have him on and let him take the abuse. But it was just interesting the way he said it. But I'm not going to talk about Columbus because I'm not quite as, I'm going to stay in the gray. I'm not over here where it's like, take all the statues down, fuck Christopher Columbus. And I'm also not on the other side like, how dare you question his, what he was doing. Anyway. And so I think that Indians, they're supposed to be finding people from India. And that's how they got labeled. So instead of being Native Americans or indigenous or natives or whatever, they became labeled Indians. And so I think that also did have something to do with Cleveland Indians. No? Or do you think it was pretty much the logo, or did you hear that?
That's what I was hearing was the logo as well. Because I don't think an Indian is offensive like a Redskin is offensive towards an Indian. So,
well, what I'll bring up next, which this all leads in, is the fact that, no one's really questioning who exactly has an issue, because I haven't seen anybody that of a true native tribe that's still here or anybody along those lines come out and actually have a problem with it. I think, I may get in trouble here, I think it's a lot of these woke white people who are virtue signaling. This is just a comment, and we can agree or disagree. The virtue signaling to say, the poor Native Americans, and how dare we call them Redskins? Look at this logo of this guy smiling. They weren't happy. They got wiped out. That kind of, and it's not, and what, Antwan's laughing at me. But, and then I'm going to let you guys go off here. But the point of this whole thing I'm leading up into is that right now, there is a Native American group, and I think you guys know, and a lot of people listening know, and they're calling for the Commanders, which is the new name of the Washington team, to go back to the Redskins. And this is a group of Native Americans that are in that area. And it's a petition to put an end to cancel culture is what they're saying. We cannot erase history. We had something to do with the way this country was established also. And I think that's what their argument is. They're saying, like, okay, it wasn't all good, but we were a part of it, and we're already thinning out quite a bit. So don't push us all the way out, and we're not offended. They're the ones we should be talking to, not these, I know they're not all white, but woke white people I think of when they're out there. How dare we do this to them? The other example would be the Florida State Seminoles, the university down in Tallahassee, Florida. The Seminole people who are still down there came out and said, we love that they, and now of course there's just using the tribe name. There's no like slang word or a logo that's offensive. They actually have kind of a cool logo with the spear and all that. And they do the chop and, the I'm not going to sing it, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You got the Atlanta Braves and you've got all these, but because it's not quite as Redskin or logo, it's almost like it's okay. And they haven't been attacked yet by it. And I just feel like there are a lot of team names in the pros that you could do this to. But with Native Americans, It's very sensitive. So anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to mention is that this group is coming and they're saying, we want it back. They've gotten 100,000 signatures from people in that area.
Crazy.
And so they're trying to launch it. And so what do you think? I mean, team names as a whole, Antwan, are people overreacting to it? Or is there something that's like, look, there's nothing wrong with like just switching to something that's a little, just there's no chance to be offended by the name Guardians or Commanders or some of these other ones they've gone to.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know because I hate, well, let me put it in reverse. Hold on. Okay. So
take your time over there, Antwan.
Yeah, it's been a long week, y'all. I had a final yesterday.
How'd you do on that final?
Let's not talk about that.
Okay.
And I did okay. I did okay in the class, and that's the important
There
part.
you go.
But I kind of hate when one group of people from a larger group is like, we speak for the entire community when we say it. I'm like, sit down, have several seats, because I was talking to Jim.
Several seats.
Did he say several seats?
Several
Take
seats.
all the seats.
I like that.
But it's just like, how dare you try and speak for everyone? You're speak for yourself. Speak your truth. Be about it, But don't say that like everyone's feeling this because not everyone is feeling that. But so it could be a case of that. I mean, I don't know any Native American people personally. Oh, hell, I might. No, I think I would know if I did.
Well, they all say they were 1/16th or,
But, I'm like the purebreds. I can.
Right. You said purebreds, Antwan.
Well, like the people who are like 100% Native, above 20%. I don't know.
They're few and far between.
Yeah. And so I don't know how they feel personally about it. And then, but to your point, the only discourse I've heard about it is from people who eat cricket protein burgers.
You're gonna have to elaborate on this because I don't know what you're saying.
Liberal people,
Do you know what he's saying with the cricket?
No,
cricket burgers.
Can you get cheese with that?
Yeah, and ranch, a little ranch.
No,
A little
thank
ranch
you.
or mayonnaise?
Well,
What is this cricket burger?
so I saw a thing, and it was like,
You saw a thing.
sorry, I saw a tweet that someone quote.
They were twatting.
Well, now it's posting because Elon's taking away the tweet.
I'm never not calling it Twitter. I'm so sorry.
No, I agree with you. And I think if you say
so,
Twitter, someone's not going to go, what? What's that?
Yeah, I'm like, excuse me.
Right.
But it was a tweet of this
Twote.
of what is assumed to be like a woke white liberal woman, or them could be like shaved buzzed head, giving very much, is it Sinead O'Connor giving very much like that type of haircut,
too soon?
like tattoos. Well, no, they have like the same.
No,
haircut.
I'm saying she died, so too soon. She just died,
Oh yeah, she gone too soon. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I meant, is it too soon to be talking? Never mind.
Oh,
Antwan.
so I know, I get what you're saying. I'm sorry.
Fucking Gen Z, Trey. Go ahead.
Bring him back.
Go ahead.
Bring him back.
Yeah, bring him back. Sinead O'Connor, buzzed hair. There we go.
Like the same type of haircut, like tattoos everywhere, and it was a picture of it was like a selfie that she took, and the tweet was the last thing a cricket protein burger sees before it gets eaten.
Wow.
Oh, God.
A cricket protein burger.
We need Antwan here just for this kind of stuff. Like I would never ever
Keep us
go.
hip.
Yeah, keep us in the know.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's fine. Well, Trey, I don't know about you, but I've started saying slay
You're welcome.
quite a bit.
I still feel weird trying to say slay.
Well, I do too, but I'm going to keep trying. Antwan I text Antwan, I'm like, slay, and he's probably like, this guy.
Yeah.
This guy.
Old fuckers.
Yeah, we'll try. I'm going to try slay.
So the name of this group is called the Native American Guardians Association. I don't know if you already
Right.
did that.
Well, I hadn't got to that, Trey. But
Oh, I'm
go
sorry.
ahead. No.
And-
I probably should have led with that.
There was a little bit down here too. It says, according to this NAGA website, so the group is a nonprofit organization. And what they're doing is trying to advocate to increase education about Native Americans, especially in public educational institutions, and
Fair
greater recognition of Native American heritage through high-profile venues of sports and other public platforms. Sorry about that. And then I've heard even some stories talking about now that the team owner has finally sold the team. That's another reason why they're wanting to go back to the Redskins, is because now that they got
it's
him
not Dan
out,
Schneider anymore.
yeah,
Right.
then let's go back and have the name brought back too.
He had for some reason he had just a huge amount of pressure on him when he was there to change the name. And I think then he started kind of going along with that. And then when he'd be interviewed, he was all, "Oh, I'm with you," and whatever. And I think he just felt like he had to do it. And then all of a sudden, he's gone. And okay.
Well, there was another. I think there was a lot of other issues with him too. So,
well, how about the fact that they've sucked for how many years? That didn't help. But did you notice that the NA whatever is NAGA, and then there's MAGA? Like, it's very close.
Yeah, I thought you said
someone could take this a whole wrong way if all of a sudden you're like, yeah. Anyway, okay. I just don't know. I'm glad that this story came up because I've always wanted to talk about these names. Again, Antwan, it's easy for me to sit here. It's easy for Trey to sit here and say, "This is stupid. Why does anybody really care?" And I'm not looking at you and saying that you should. But everybody knows what I'm saying. So everyone back off. It's. We're trying to get different perspectives.
Yeah.
And your perspective is somebody that has had experiences, maybe being technically a minority. I'm not talking just ethnicity and whatever, just in a room of how many Americans you have experienced that. And so for me on this issue, I'm sitting here going, do you think that the Native Americans are really upset? Do you think that there are any team names out there that are offensive? Trey and I were talking, did the Texas Rangers, I mean, they were supposed to be really like, right, Trey? A big racist organization and a big violent organization?
Well,
Is that
dang right? I just had that.
You had it up. Well, when you get it, let us know. But I mean, right? Are there names like that where you go, man, maybe they should really change it? Or are you sitting here going, this is sports. Who cares?
About
the Rangers?
Yeah, but the Rangers, here's some important facts. It said they protected the settlers and enforced laws, but they also sometimes executed thieves without trial. They drove Native American tribes from their homelands, and some Rangers even lynched Mexicans and Mexican Americans along the Texas-Mexico border. Okay, so this was more about Native Americans and Mexicans. Right. Okay. For some reason, I thought it was other groups. But still, there's a team called we know them. They're right down the road, Texas Rangers, and nobody's brought that up. Even Cowboys. I mean, what they did to the natives. It's kind of like, okay. I happen to believe that the natives weren't like completely innocent in the whole thing, besides them being here and all that. But being here first and having the land.
There was a group that came. There was a group that came. There was a group here before them that they actually has been proven. They actually took them out.
Who was that, Ryan?
You want me to name them?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? We'll talk about this on a show.
I thought we were talking about the Vikings.
No. I'm talking about no. I'm going to get to the Vikings, but what I'm talking about, and this is a whole nother show, and it's a show that I need to make sure I'm ready to toe this line because it's very sensitive.
Okay.
I just feel like it's not as black and white as everybody wants to make it out to be when it comes to this idea that that they were here and that's it, and how dare anybody do anything with this land. I have some ideas, and it's not like I'm sitting here saying that, who cares about the Native Americans.
Right.
I just said, there's a lot of land, there's a lot of people before them, there's this and this and that, and we don't know. We weren't there. That's all.
We were not there, no.
And this wasn't something that took place over like 10 years. This was like 200 or 300 years worth of stuff. There was more to it.
Gotcha.
It's not as simple. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I just know about like
one of my
John
friends
Wayne,
is going to be like,
John
you
Wayne
did, you said that.
And stuff like that. So.
Right. Well, what about, I thought, wasn't Tonto and they're like friends?
Yeah. So
they hung out all the time. Like, what's going on here?
I'm just saying.
We played Cowboys and Indians, and we were always friends.
Blazing Saddles. I mean, they seem to get along real well. So,
I'm getting way off track here, but I'm okay with it. We tend to do that.
Yeah.
Antwan,
we're gonna bring it back.
Antwan, Trey just brought up. Have you seen Blazing Saddles? Anybody that has seen it that's listening right now is going, ooh, he's asking the tough questions. I love it. It was a movie.
You haven't seen Blazing Saddles?
I have not. I am sorry. I have not seen that.
It's a movie. And, I hate to use the word challenge because it is enjoyable. It's funny, and it's Mel Brooks, and it was in the early 80s. And do you know who Mel Brooks is? He was a slapstick kind of comedian. He would take, life scenarios and like issues, and then other movies even. Like he took Star Wars and turned it into Spaceballs.
I'm not gonna lie. When I thought Mel Brooks was Mel B from the Spice Girls. And so
Yeah, I think they might. Yeah, I think they were.
Can you shut off his mic? Do you have that ability?
So now that
Mel
I know
B.
that
Mel
they're
B.
not the same person.
Yeah, they're a little different.
Mel Brooks was Mel B.
Yeah.
Secret.
I've not seen.
Okay.
Did he also write Airplane, the movie?
Yes. Yes, I believe so. And he did like Hot Shots and all those just kind of funny.
Did he also write Porky's? Welcome to
I
Porky's.
don't know if he did Porky's.
Okay.
don't know
I've
that.
never
I
seen
was-
Porky's. I've seen bits and pieces of Airplane.
I'm not familiar with Porky's. Honestly,
You haven't?
I know what it is.
Oh, okay.
Take it easy, Trey.
I mean, I haven't seen it, but I would
haven't.
assumed you would have.
No, I have not seen it. I remember, like you said, bits and pieces of it back in the day. But it's a movie, and it's got a lot. Blazing Saddles is a movie, and it's got a lot of racial stuff in it.
Yeah.
And this is early '80s, and what he did, and it's very. He's not Tarantino because Tarantino's crazy, and he's
Quentin Tarantino should be investigated.
okay.
A
Well,
lot of
I want to ask you about him too. We can tie these together.
things. Yeah.
Because his films obviously are very pro, let's stand up to racism that had happened in the past and slavery. He did a couple movies about that. Well, Mel Brooks did it a different way. He did it and made it comedy.
Yeah.
So he had a sheriff back in the day in this old west town that was black, and it was this huge like black sheriff. Like everyone's like, what? And there were a few things that were racial, and the N-word was kind of thrown around. But nobody got mad about it when it was out because everybody knew Mel Brooks. It was just like in jest. And so with a movie like that, do you think you could watch it being a Gen Zer?
Hell no.
Yeah, it'd be frustrating, right? No, I want to know. That's
Yeah.
what I want. Yep.
Well, because back then, like, I don't know. I think when it comes to certain things,
Trey and I were 3
you
when
have
this
to
came out.
play the game. I know you were 10 when it came out. Don't lie.
Shut that mic's going right off, Trey.
Turn it off.
No, but it's like, I think that in the 80s, I wasn't alive. I have no idea. I was about 20 years unthought of back then. Like,
we know, Antwan. We're aware of how
I'm
how
so young and hot.
how young and
Kidding.
strapping you are. Yeah.
No, but like if the N-word's being thrown around, what's a black person going to do? Complain about it? In the 80s,
right.
it's the 80s. They don't really have any.
Okay,
like,
so that's your point was that nobody
nowadays,
would say.
we have the capital, the social capital to like be like, please don't be racist, and that reminds me of like Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't know that he directed Django. I had no idea.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
because I had seen Pulp Fiction.
What did you think of? Well, what do you think of Pulp Fiction?
And
There
I was
plenty
like,
in that.
that was so unnecessarily racist for no reason.
Okay,
That
so you
added
were-
nothing to my plot.
Okay, so that you weren't able to get by it. It
Well,
bothered you. You can, be honest.
That movie, like the entire movie,
Okay.
bothered me, and
Right.
I was like that. So that was my view of him until I saw
Do you remember the scene in Pulp Fiction?
where they raped the police officer.
Well, that too.
But he just kept saying that. Quentin
Right.
kept saying the N-word. I'm like, why?
But the scene was at the end when he was talking about they were trying to get rid of the body.
Oh yeah.
He said dead end storage.
Yeah.
Does that look like? Do I have a sign out front that says that?
Yeah.
And it was you're laughing, but it was so wrong. But Tarantino, for some reason, always got a pass. What do you think? Nowadays, not so much.
Well, I think that like socially, same as back then, I would say black people didn't have the true social capital to like be like that was actually so racist and wrong.
Right.
Until about, I'm gonna say until.
I have a number. I have a year in mind. I'm gonna hear what yours is.
Oh, I'm thinking just like 2012,
Oh, okay. Mine was a little earlier.
2008. I was not.
I do increments of 5.
Oh, okay.
2007 and a half, like 4 months. Yeah. No, I was
October
2005-ish.
okay.
I was doing almost
Yeah.
20 years ago from now.
Yeah. Well, I just
So yeah,
from, like, what
2003.
I, like,
let's just say.
Yeah, just like what I've like, seen and like witnessed and like, I'm just like, yeah. And so even like the late 90s, early 2000s, I'm like, that was still wrong, but he gets a pass because it's just like,
It's
okay,
Tarantino. I mean, seriously, no one comes down on him.
But I don't know. I still have not seen Django, and I'm planning on watching it. To be honest.
You haven't seen it.
No.
What are you kind of fighting yourself on it? Like you want to watch it, but
Why would I want to watch Slavery?
because it ends up being a victory for.
Well,
Don't spoil it.
No, I mean, I think that's known,
Well,
right?
I mean, yeah, I didn't know that, to be honest.
No, but I mean, he
Yeah.
wrote it. Tarantino is the anti-racist. That's what he does. Is so he makes a movie that where the plot is completely racist, but then at the way it twists out of that plot, it you go, oh fuck yeah,
I see.
like they've come out on top,
Yeah.
and he does that on lots of stuff, even if it's not just race.
Interesting. Well, yeah, I didn't really know that.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, I
won't go
saw,
too much into that.
What's it called? What my new favorite movie? Kill Bill. Oh my god.
You liked Kill Bill? Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, I like Tarantino's
And
stuff.
that
He's got
one,
some stuff.
Kill
Yeah.
Bill was so like, I mean, aside from like,
Did you watch just the first one, or did you watch both?
I've seen the whole
Yeah,
series.
yeah, that's
I've
good.
seen Kill Bill.
Have you seen those, Trey?
Nope.
Yeah, you
So
should check
good.
them out.
It changed my life. I was like, wow.
Uma Thurman.
She really ate that up. She really was, ooh-ha.
Yeah.
You know, but so in that one, he wasn't problematic at all. Well,
Right.
okay, it was kind of sexist, and there was like some like there was rape in there.
He went from racism to sexism. That's okay. Antoine's
no,
like,
it's
who
not
cares?
Okay, he just kind of. I feel like, yeah, it was
Yeah.
so bad. He's a weird guy.
He is a very, very strange guy.
But what I'm saying is, I don't know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no. I put you on the spotlight. We didn't. You didn't know what. But we just brought up. Somebody said Blazing Saddles. Was it you, Trey?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And
then
so it just
Mel
kind of
Brooks.
brought up this to me, and we need to get moving on with the rest of our topics. But I thought that was a good question. But I want to know if you decide maybe we should have a little like movie night, all of us, and watch that, because I really think if you do watch it, you'll end up appreciating what he did, even though it's uncomfortable getting there.
Okay.
I know that sounds,
Blazing
sounds like
Saddles or,
Saturday Night.
Django.
Django. Either one. Django is what I was talking about, but Blazing Saddles. And again, that's where our white asses can sit here and go, Blazing Saddles, come on, everyone just laugh. It's funny, but maybe it's not.
What about a movie like Life? Do you remember that with
No.
Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy?
No.
Is that Eddie Murphy?
But that
Yeah.
sounds great because those two are,
They were in prison
Hilarious.
together. And it was
no.
back in like the 40s and 50s.
we're way predating Antwan's movie. Antwan, how many times have you seen Barbie since we last met?
Sadly, zero. I was supposed to see it last weekend, but those plans fell through.
I
Trey-
did see Barbie once.
And
Wait, did you really?
enjoy it.
Yeah, I did.
What did you think? Oh, we've got limited time here, but well, let's talk because I need to know whether I need to see this or not.
It was interesting.
Okay,
It was interesting.
next time
Okay.
we'll talk about it.
Well,
'Cause-
yeah, because I need to know your opinions. Because I was like, are you the type of person who's like, I'm gonna sit here and mansplain the entire plot of Goodfellas to you? Is that you?
I haven't seen Goodfellas, so no.
The Godfather.
No, he's not. I can't see Trey watching any of those kind of gangster movies.
Have you watched The Sopranos?
I did watch The Sopranos.
Would you mansplain The Sopranos to a woman you're dating?
Oh,
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so okay.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
I was hoping that would take a different turn. Trey, but you
Once he gets to know me a little bit
Yeah,
better,
there you go.
he'll know. Yeah, he's
that was
he's not
not-
mansplaining anything. So
real quick. This was speaking of movies and films and all this inappropriate behavior. This came up, and I read it and I was like, what? Because I hadn't heard it yet. But then you Google it and it's like everywhere. Apparently, Bradley Cooper. Everybody knows that's listened to the show that my man crush is who? Alexander Skarsgård.
Skarsgård. Yeah.
Skarsgård. But in close proximity to Alexander is Bradley Cooper. I like that guy. I think he was great in everything he's done. Even when he was an asshole in Wedding Crashers. He was great.
wasn't in. Was he in what?
Yeah, he was the asshole. He was the guy
I
that.
forgot
Yeah, he was the
wasn't
asshole.
that.
Right? Yes, everyone forgets it.
I forgot he was the.
And he was
the
so
dickhead.
good.
Yeah.
And but anyway, so he's doing a film, and I think it's about what's his name? Leonard Bernstein. Bernstein or Bernstein? I'm gonna go Bernstein. I think that's the
I
right
have
say
no
it.
idea.
But he's sparking what they're now calling, Trey, Jew face,
What?
like blackface, Jew face.
Interesting.
Oh, I thought they were like using it as like a derogatory, like a slur, like a derogatory.
I thought
slur.
I think they are, because
Well, I thought like F you Jew. I thought it
Oh.
was like an offensive thing. So when you said it, I was like, well, that's
well, but I think that the reason they're calling it Jew face is
blackface. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah.
is because just going doing blackface isn't
I mean, I feel
in and of
with
itself.
that.
Trey's very uncomfortable at his nose, Antwan. But I think it's a nice looking nose.
I forgot who it was. Recently, there was I don't know if it was a TikTok actress or something that was accused of doing blackface, and she's claiming she was doing a tan Britney Spears, but they accused her of
really
doing
tan?
Yeah, really tan Britney Spears.
Wow.
So anyway, sorry.
No, TikTok, right?
Go ahead.
But no, so when he's playing Leonard Bernstein, they apparently the first backlash is that Bradley Cooper isn't Jewish. And I'm just like,
who's Leonard Bernstein? Did he write that about the bear?
The
Bernstein bear? No?
Okay, so I was thinking it's Berenstain versus Bernstein.
Yeah.
Bear, the
Berenstain Bears,
thing.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Bernstein. The movie's called Maestro,
Okay.
and some of the comments are like, "There's so many great Jewish actors. Why is it Bradley Cooper? He's not Jewish." Because it's Bradley Cooper. He's a badass, and he does great acting, right?
Sure.
And that's what I think. Trey and I talked about the movie Philadelphia. Tom Hanks is one of the best actors in the history of acting. And they got him to do the part just because he's not actually gay in real life.
Right.
And he brought awareness because it's Tom Hanks.
Yeah. It's Tom freaking Hanks.
Tom freaking
I'll challenge you on that.
Oh, challenge me, please.
Okay.
So I feel like
Why do you think you have the credentials here?
I've never been to Philadelphia, and I probably wasn't even born when that came out. Was I born?
No, I don't think so. It was the 90s.
Yeah.
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 I'm talking about people having social capital. I'm saying, like, now you see a trailer for a movie, it's like, don't know who that man is, but the movie looks fucking badass, right? I might go see it.
Okay.
Of course, Bradley Cooper, you're gonna get like a lot more hell yeses and like maybes. But we're in an age where like you don't have to have a big name actor for a movie to go like super big. This movie could be what makes them the big name actor.
True.
So my thoughts behind that are, I don't know how this whole casting thing works, but how hard was it to go hire the Jewish guy from down the street to go play in this movie?
Okay.
Give me that.
So you're going to play this part. Okay, I love it. Because if we all agreed, that would suck. I just still feel like if you're a director and you're casting your movie, Antwan, and you have Bradley Cooper or some Jewish guy down the street, and Bradley Cooper says, I'm in. What do you, I mean, honestly, and you can say, like, I would take the Jewish guy.
I mean,
and that's great.
It kind of reminds
Good for
me
you.
of
That's a risk.
Something I saw, like a tweet I can't English right now.
You can't English. Trey
Trey
can't ever English.
But it's just like, do you value artistic integrity or do you value money?
Well, that's a question with any kind of artist.
What I'm saying is, artistic integrity, you would hire like an actual Jewish person, no matter how famous they are. I mean, the most famous one, preferably, to be honest. But like, you know,
Right.
and not just like some random dude, like not like Bradley Cooper, right? But
Most people are in it to make a living and to make a lot of money.
But I think
yes, but sorry, I'll let you go. But,
You're good, you're good.
But also,
Shut up.
Wes Anderson just made that movie Asteroid City, a low-grossing movie. It was great. I loved it. I saw it, but it's Wes Anderson, not like a big. I mean, his films,
Right.
like lower budget.
There are
Usually.
movies without big actors that do
And
well.
they only paid Scarlett Johansson $30,000 for her work, and she had like a very big role in it. Only $30,000.
$30,000 for Scarlett
And
for ScarJo.
she did it for the artistic integrity.
She may be in my
valued
top
it.
5 women, by the way.
She
but
should
go ahead.
be. Like she like was willing to like, because she's like loves the art, right?
Right.
So the director, I'm not saying you don't love the art, but I think that capitalism kind of got you there.
Whoa. Interesting.
let's go back a different
That's
direction.
deep,
though.
Antoine.
Let's go.
Sorry.
No, I like it.
Let's say with Philadelphia, how many people? I guess let's say how many straight white guys would have gone to see that movie had Tom Hanks not have been the star of that movie and Antonio Banderas had not been the star of that movie to bring light to this particular topic,
Which
as
is
opposed
a
to
better way of saying what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
It's a better way. Good. Thank you.
as opposed to a up and coming gay actor, that nobody really knows about that could bring notoriety to him at some point, but may not have brought the message out as much as it did because Tom Hanks was the lead actor, because Antonio Banderas was in there. So
True. I said there'd be a lack of straight men in the audience, but I counter that with, why do we have to have the person who tells you, about someone else's. I cannot. I'm sorry.
How many drinks have you had?
I'm not even like close to drunk or tipsy or buzzed. Okay, but why is it that like when like a minority has an issue, people will only listen when a straight white man tells you about it? Why won't you go to the source?
Oh,
That's a good point.
okay.
Like that's the way it is, and like
Right.
unfortunately in society, that's how it is. But it's like, why is it that way?
That's a good question.
Because are you getting the full experience and story for it, or do you just want to see the headline, like, oh, I contributed to this issue, to this movement because I heard about it from who?
Would you have liked to see, Philadelphia use a gay man from down the street versus Tom Hanks?
I mean,
And if you don't like Tom Hanks, this question isn't fair.
no, I love Tom Hanks. Like,
I mean, he's great, right? He's
I
great.
want nothing
Yeah.
but success for him and Rita and
Yeah.
Chet, his son Chet. Have you heard about him?
I've heard a little bit about him.
Oh my god, I mean, it's a whole
Yes.
other podcast.
Isn't he an actor also, or is that the different son?
But
He's
think about
another
it this
son.
way.
Colin
I mean,
Hanks. That's
how many people learned about the whole Philadelphia as far as the issues about it because they went to go see a movie that Tom Hanks was in.
True.
No, like so
You know,
many.
so-
I think like as I was saying, like that's just how it is. Like it takes pretty much a man to explain everything. Like, do you want to hear a woman talk about women's rights as like a straight
No.
man? Exactly.
Just
I'm
kidding.
I'm joking.
Angela,
But like
just
a
kidding.
lot of men like simply do not want to hear about women's rights. But if a man talks about, they're more inclined to like listen to him than they are to like a woman talk about women's rights, for example.
You mean men are more willing to listen to other men talk about women's rights?
Yes. No. I'm saying that if it came down to it, like, and they're like, I have to learn about women's rights today. Your professor says he's going to be like a man or a woman. They would probably be like, okay, I'd rather hear about it from a man.
You think?
I think it'd be a consciously subconscious decision.
I see. What do you think, Trey? Who do you want to hear it from?
I don't know. That is interesting. I would hope.
I know. I think I want to hear it from women if they're talking about women's issues.
Yeah.
I would think so, but like you two are pretty.
I just
like,
don't want to be shut up. Like, just because I'm a man, I like to talk about it with you.
Yeah.
And it's not my fault I have a penis.
No, yeah.
Right?
But what I'm saying is there
Right,
are
Trey?
like a shocking amount of like men who are just like, I'm gonna be outwardly sexist and misogynistic
Okay.
today.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
well,
on
those guys are
purpose.
assholes. I don't agree with that
But
either.
I think it's like not a majority, but it's shockingly close to being the majority.
You think it's close to majority?
Yeah, and I use that as an example with like literally anything. Like it should not take. Well, I guess in the case of America, a straight white man to explain every issue to you for you to actually want to like maybe listen, like maybe understand, but that's just how it is.
Whatever, Antwan. I'm
Sorry.
kidding. I'm totally joking.
But, I mean, but yeah, it's
No,
like,
you're absolutely right. And that's just what happened. I
No,
mean,
yeah,
it's
it's like-
this country and the way everything.
it's the way the cookie
got there,
crumbled.
right?
Yeah.
And so now we've got Gen Z coming up, and we've got the young people. Like you corrected me right away, and you're like, Philadelphia wouldn't even. I mean, I wasn't even born.
I mean, I'd heard of it, but I was like, I probably was not even born. When it
Right.
came out.
Well, sure. And fortunately, there are some great movies in the 80s and 90s that I think that young people are still kind of going back to and seeing, and
Like
Top
I've
Gun.
seen
and-
License to Drive or Driver's License. I love that
what a
movie.
great movie!
License to
The
Drive.
Corys,
I've
Corey
seen-
Haim and Corey Feldman.
Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Fantastic.
yeah.
I've seen 16 Candles.
Yeah, okay, so you're okay. You
My
just
mom
earned a lot of
loves
credibility.
the 80s. Oh my goodness.
You earned it. Well, was her time period, right?
Nice.
Yeah,
She's
that was
probably
her
our age.
shine. Yeah. Yeah, she
Is
is.
she younger?
No, she's about 40,
So
like 45,
okay,
46.
all right. Well, so way older than us, Trey.
Right.
You're like the exact same age.
Let's be quiet now, Antwan. Turn the mic off, Trey.
There is silencing black voices today.
Yes.
I'm joking.
Yeah. That was the whole point, Antwan, to come on here and silence the black man.
Yeah.
Put him down.
Yeah. All I have to do to silence the black man is turn this monitor.
Hit this button.
Yeah, no, it's great having you because I think that when Trey and I can sit here and just, Blazing Saddles is awesome. We can sit here and just like quote it and talk about it. But to have somebody come on that hasn't seen it and go, I think that might be uncomfortable. and I know you don't want it to be. I can just tell. No,
No, it's like
you want to laugh, but
I am a what's the word? I'm a go with the flow type of person. Like I don't like, but if it makes me uncomfy, I'm like, Antwan, why are you uncomfy? Is this giving racist, homophobic, xenophobic, misogynistic?
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Antwan. I have to interrupt. I think at least five times or more.
At least
every episode. Do you feel like the N word by itself, without context, is uncomfortable? Like in a movie like that.
Period.
Okay.
Like
no context needed. Just bottom line. Let's just.
I think it needs to go out to the trash.
Fair enough. I mean, I don't. I don't disagree with you at all. I just feel like it's said enough by and you've heard this argument
by black people. And I hate that for us.
And that doesn't mean that anybody else besides black people should say it. I'm not sitting here saying that. But at the same time, if somebody's singing a lyric, I mean, again, I interrupt you. If somebody's singing a lyric, because this happened in a college football locker room, it might have been my school, where a white guy, might have been the punter or something, and they were all singing the rap song.
Yeah.
And he sang the lyrics and he just let it rip. And all of them looked over at him.
No one else
like,
did.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No, they know well, he was with like 5 black dudes.
Oh.
And they were singing, they were rapping after a win, and last year there weren't very many, but they were rapping, and he kind of like didn't pause and like let them say it. He said it with them. And to me, I'm going, I don't know, it's lyrics. Is it that bad? But here I am being the honky.
Well,
I mean, like,
I don't think that like anyone should. I think
no one should say it. But if it's a lyric, do you think somebody should be?
No. Why is it a lyric?
They got pissed. Well, why is it a lyric? There you go.
Have you seen Dirty Grandpa?
No, I always
I'm
need to.
tired of this, Grandpa. That's too damn bad.
Yeah.
You saw, okay. Antwan's seen it. I got to see it.
Dirty Grandpa, he was Robert De Niro, right? And so they were in a club and they were singing, and he said, "Can I say it? Can I say it?" And the guys that was with him were black. It's like, yeah, say it, say it. So he said it right there with the lyric.
And then they just...
Because they gave him permission to say it. So, yeah.
Well, there you go. I mean, you get permission, right?
It's pretty funny.
But that it's just something that just... I always wonder about that word. There's obviously so much behind it. But at the same time, there's context involved, which I always talk about context.
Yeah.
You're telling me that no context.
My thing is, it's just like, I even have like friends who are like, well, I'm going to still say it. I'm like, okay, you do you.
Right.
But I think it sets us back. Like
black friends or white friends?
Black friends.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, but I think it sets us back. It sets us...
You're doing fine, Antwan.
It sets us back so far. And I feel like it disrespects the people who like... That was like the last word they heard before they were like hung.
Yeah, and I see your point about how much of an impactful word it was throughout the bad times.
And even when I hear it now from a black person, I'm still very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm like I don't understand how like. I mean, I am black, so of course I'm gonna like feel a type of a way when I hear it. But also like when I hear like other slurs, I'm like I know from my experience, like hearing that word, it's like so disgusting. I hate it.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine why would say it in jest. You know.
I'm not black, and I hate it. I just like it's uncomfortable. But I'm also the guy that will laugh at anything. You know.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, poor Ryan. He's uncomfortable with the word.
I just like it's like I'm not black, and all I got was lousy t-shirts.
But I have a black friend now, Antwan, so it's fine.
Right.
But I'm just saying, it's just like, but I also I'm able to take something like that into context when it comes to movies and things like that, lyrics, and go, all right, everybody, take a deep breath. And it's not fair of me because I can't. And technically, you weren't back there either. But you are that ethnicity, so it's kind of like, I get it.
I still don't understand when I hear other ethnicities say it. That
like other than white and black?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
the Asians?
Yeah. No, Hispanics.
Hispanics.
I'm like, you have your own slur. Like you have actually, I can think of 1, 2, 3 Hispanic slurs right now.
They got
use your own slurs, people.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Like,
It throws me off when I hear that. I was like, whoa, are they just throwing that out
Yeah.
there like it's no big deal? So,
well, there's like a historic beef among black people and Mexicans, but that's another
Yeah.
podcast.
Well, a lot of Mexicans have told me, well, a lot of them, it's not like I frequent, big, huge groups of Mexicans, but I don't have a problem with it. But I've heard from them that because they're also a minority, they're allowed to do it, which is stupid. That makes no sense. They're saying they can say it because they're also a minority, so they're all in it together. But then I've also heard people say, black and Mexican, that they don't like each other either. So it's like, well, which one do I believe?
wow.
Okay,
You said there's some friction between the two.
yeah. Let's just I love everyone. Okay, I'm saying that like
Except
in general,
Mexicans.
There's historic beef amongst black people and Mexicans. I don't know why, but there is.
Like, who's the bigger minority in America?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I'm saying, is that what the argument is?
oh no, I really don't know. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's that.
Okay. I hate to do this because, Antwan, we could sit here and talk all night, and everybody knows I can. I would sit here for. Trey and I are still determined to do that 6-hour live show if you're willing.
An hour and a half.
If you're willing. You're what?
I said I would come for at least an hour and a half.
At least an hour and a half. Well, then you could go get a bite and come back.
Yeah, because
Trey'd be asleep over it.
Yeah.
if I sit for too long, I will fall asleep.
Okay, let me get to this real quick. I want two things to cover before we go, and I just want to bring this up, and I have to do it, Trey.
Do it.
I have to do it, Antwan.
Bring it.
In last show I gave a real hard time to Donald Trump. So guess what? If you are mad that I'm going to give a hard time to our current administration, go back and listen to the last episode where I gave a hard time to Donald Trump. I am in the middle, right? But Joe Biden has some issues besides falling down all the time and eating his pudding, right?
Eating his
Trey?
pudding, yeah.
And I swear, the other day he was at a press conference. He had his pudding cup. His wife gave it to him, and she wiped his chin from the pudding. But this administration, and so he's got Congress, right? So the Democrats have Congress, and they have a legislator, which is him, which is Joe Biden, the president. You mentioned earlier, or was it you? Hawaii. Somebody mentioned Hawaii.
It's Antwan.
It's
Antwan's
it's
fault.
happening. The fires are horrible,
Right.
in Hawaii. I don't even know enough. I need to go and look in detail, but I'm just afraid to because it's devastating. And I'm looking at the numbers, and I hear all the people on the right going, "Oh, God, we're not giving them anything." Da, da, da. So I was like, well, let me go look. Let me go look and find some credible sources. Let me find multiple things. I'm not going to just listen to the Trump train, if you will. And sure enough, multiple sources, including some like legit, people that can't put these numbers out unless they were legit, are saying that Joe Biden just passed a bill or whatever that would give Hawaii $3.8 million in assistance.
Okay.
Okay, $3.8 million. Okay, start, right?
It's a good start.
Do you know, both of you, and I'm just pausing for dramatic effect, and everybody knows what I'm going to say. We have given Ukraine $75 billion
With a B.
With a B.
Wow.
And this has nothing to do with Joe Biden. This has nothing to do with Donald Trump. This is not a left or a right or a Democrat or Republican. This is not anything to do with that. This is the United States of America. For whatever reason, look, I'm all for if Ukraine is being taken advantage of, let's help out. But this is absurd. This is our country being, burned to ashes. People suffering, people dying, no food, no water, no all this. And we're going to give them, again, you go, oh, that's 3 point whatever million. Okay.
That is
not
chump
that.
change.
It's chump change.
I could
Compared to
spend that in 2 days.
$75 billion. Wow.
I know you could. I would want to hang out. If Antwan had $3 million, he said, "You want to come hang out?" I'd be like, "This would be amazing."
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
But you see, so that being said, go. Like maybe 5 minutes and give me what do you think of this? Is this am I
That's crazy.
overreacting?
No, that's
Antwan,
crazy.
I mean, and I love it because as a Gen Z and somebody who's probably maybe leaning a little more left than right, I would assume because Meg does, that maybe that's a bad assumption. Maybe I need to give Antwan a fair
Yeah.
shot. that it's not about that. But what do you think? I mean, this is, to me, it's crazy.
Okay, so I already have an issue with us like shoving our noses in the business of other countries when we have our own problems at home that we're not addressing at all.
Right.
But also,
Amen, Antwan.
period. No.
Yeah.
You need to leave anyway. Sorry. Intrusive thoughts, but no.
No, I'm with you 100% so far. Go ahead.
But no, that is so sad. It
Yeah.
reminds me of National Lampoons when the boss only gave Clark Griswold a subscription to like a jam service.
Yeah. Jelly of the
It
Month
was like
Club.
Jelly of the Month
Yeah.
Club. That was
No.
that is a classic scene in a classic movie.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Give
Yeah.
people more. It's like if you're willing to give, what's that? Yugoslavia. If you're willing to give the Ukraine,
Well, Yugoslavia was a
$75
country back in the day.
billion, give Hawaii, like the entire island of Maui, right? Like
Yeah.
desecrated by these wildfires. They
Yeah.
went like calypso on them, you know?
$3 million is going to get you a new road.
That'll get you that'll get you
Especially in Hawaii.
the shipping cost from like the mainland to Maui.
Yeah.
What the hell?
This isn't
No.
central. This isn't the
Yeah.
middle of our United States. Yeah.
They're not taking into account the current state of the economy, how COVID is still sorry, don't listen to me. It's still affecting
I think you're giving yourself too much of a hard time.
yeah.
Like if you just kept going, like Trey and I, we'll just go ahead and keep going and like pretend we know what we're saying.
Like, good.
but how COVID is still
We'll
affecting
apologize the next
like,
show.
Right.
supply chain costs and everything. Like stuff is expensive.
Yeah.
They need at least $10 billion, like
Right.
at the bare minimum. I
And
really
we're
don't know
talking
how
about
much they need,
billion.
but, like, yeah,
Billion.
billion,
Right.
billion.
3 million was a joke.
That
now,
was
now
offensive.
Okay, don't get me wrong, Antwan. They did end up saying, well, it might get upwards to 5 billion. Fair enough.
Okay,
But
like
we're still at only
more.
5 billion.
Write a bigger check, please.
It just bothers me that I get called all these names when I say things like we need to take care of our own first. And I had a friend, and again, in case he ever listens, we were pretty close growing up, and I made a comment about taking care of our veterans over refugees at one point a long time ago. Not over, but also. How about just both? And we weren't taking care of ours, but we were taking care of these refugees coming in. And he goes, on social media, of course, I am ashamed to have ever known you.
Wow.
And he just blocked me and unfriended and all that. And I was like, dude, seriously, like we can disagree first off, but second off, why is that bad? Like what did I say that was really wrong? But that reminded me of that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, Hawaii is the United States of America. We need to, what are we, out of money because we sent it to Ukraine? What the hell?
Give them the money with the B in it, you know?
That's right.
Like I feel like
Give us the money with the B in it, Trey.
how do you give from an empty hand? America, our hand has like bullet holes in it,
Right.
and we're like leaking resources to.
I say right. I have no idea what you're saying.
Well, I'm saying
Go
like,
ahead, I'm listening.
our cup runneth empty. You know, because we're
Yes.
giving all of our resources to other countries. We
Right.
need to invest in our own country a little bit.
We have a debt and
Like,
all that, yeah.
of course, we need to like support our allies, but I mean, come on, how can we support them if like we are struggling to like even.
Sure.
Right.
For sure. And there's a whole other conversation about Ukraine and Russia and all that. And, Putin's an asshole. We know that. I'm not sitting here defending him, but, the what's his name? The leader of Ukraine's no angel. And it's just kind of like, why are we, like you said, why are we sticking our noses this far in? All right, if Russia invaded, all right, here, let's help Ukraine a little bit here.
When did that war start?
With the Ukrainian-Russian
Yeah.
war? Like the newest version of it, there's been a lot of them.
This chapter.
2 or 3 years ago, right?
And we've
been
given
going that
them
long?
$75 billion.
Yeah.
That is poor.
Well, don't you
money,
remember
man.
when all the Ukrainian flags went up in our country and in our city, even here where we live, everywhere I looked was a Ukrainian flag. Well, guess what? A lot of countries are being invaded in the Middle East and in Africa. Oh my God! How about the African issues? And no one is anybody putting up like a South Sudan flag because they're getting invaded
think
by
so.
whatever?
I did. How about you?
Well, yeah, because we have some South Sudan. We met them over there, but we're not going to talk about that.
Right. I changed my profile picture to a South Sudan flag.
Oh my gosh.
We have some Congoan. Is that we learned that the proper is Congoan, right?
There we go. Yeah.
Listeners and friends now, and we'll give them support. But anyway,
Absolutely.
so I don't know. I came across it. I wanted to ask you what you thought, and I'm very pleased to hear because I think we are on the same page. And I wondered if it was going to be a political divide issue again, where everyone's like, Ukraine needs the help, and maybe Hawaii doesn't need as much. And I was ready for that, but I haven't heard it yet.
I think poor money management is just that.
Yeah.
So that is just.
And that's any
management.
That's any government. That's any.
That's
Congress.
my credit card statement last week.
Feel you there.
Where'd you head out, Antwan? Where'd you go? Can I see that statement?
Furniture.
Oh.
I went to Sephora. No, I went to Sephora, then to like Margiela.
Will you go with my wife to Sephora so I don't have to?
Yes.
Okay. You know what? There's another reason Antwan's coming to hang out. All right, real fast. Antwan, we have a segment on the show, in case you haven't listened to any shows other than the ones you've been in, that
I haven't.
Trey's like, what did I say the other episode? Whatever. Oh my gosh. There's a segment we do called an awareness of self-awareness, right? And what it is, it ends up being a bitch session from Trey and myself about people that really need to be more self-aware. And I thought tonight, since I feel like you're no longer a guest, you're just kind of like a part of this thing. Yeah, every once in a while you come in and hang out with us, and maybe
I've all been in and out sometimes.
Yeah, maybe if it was every day, he'd be like, no, but he swings in, and you're a part of this, but I want you to go off. I want you to, because Trey and I we're running out. I mean, I'm never going to run out, but we've run out.
Yeah.
We talked about the gym. We talked about driving and all that. So please give us some people who need to be more self-aware.
Baby boomers.
At least he didn't say Gen X.
Right.
Yeah. You be out of here, Antwan.
Okay. Because my whole thing is like, Gen Z can't write a check. They don't know how to address an envelope. I'm like, okay, Sharon, send me an email. Open your Outlook and put a calendar. Send me a calendar invite through the calendar. Can you? Didn't think so.
I don't know if I can do that.
Exactly. Embarrassing. The other day, my Mimi, I had to call her and tell her how to attach an image to an email in her mail app on her iPhone.
Poor Mimi.
No, love her though.
Oh, yeah.
Bless her.
Love her. We love you, Mimi.
She's recovering from
I
surgery.
had to explain what a QR code was to Ryan.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
embarrassing.
no. I knew what it was. I thought it was different letters. I thought it was like an RP code or something. Yeah.
Shit.
But now I know. Calm down.
You know. Good. Okay, go ahead.
No, but it's like so annoying. They're like sitting here like bashing us. I'm like, these are life skills that are going so gone so fast.
What do they say to you? What do baby boomers say that upset you about their opinions of Gen Z?
This generation's too soft. You're over there pissed off because
Is it a little soft though?
yeah, but
I'm just trying to light the fire tray. Yeah, but I'm trying to light the fire tray.
But what I'm saying is, it's like you're pissed off at me because I don't know where to put the stamp on the envelope.
Oh.
Have
you ever mailed a letter?
The other day. The other day.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah. But why are you so mad at my life? Who's soft now?
Oh, right.
Like, excuse me, you're the real snowflake. Like,
Take it
how
easy.
soft did you have to be to come up with the term snowflake?
Oh.
Like, because you were so pressed at someone else's actions. We're all in the same boat. We're all soft and stupid. We're American. Like, what the hell?
This
Like,
is what I wanted, Trey. Right here.
Nice.
But snowflake, that wasn't a term based on generational
I know,
talk. That was
but like a
political
lot of
talk.
Gen, whatever the fuck they're called. Sorry.
Who? Gen who?
Gen boomer, Gen
Baby boomer.
baby, yeah, the baby
boomers.
Yeah, people.
They weren't right before us, were they? That sucks.
Yeah, they were, weren't they?
Or was Y? No.
Nope.
That doesn't make sense.
They're
It was baby boomers Gen Z? Or excuse me, baby boomers Gen X?
Gen Z, yeah. Well, no, Gen Y is like the millennials, I think.
Yeah, I think that's it too. So you're telling me it would baby boomers and then us. That's scary.
And your kids are Gen Alpha. We should be afraid of them, to be honest.
I'm already afraid of
They're
them.
scary.
My 3-year-old's kicking our ass, Trey.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just tired of baby boomers.
Okay. Fair enough. Any baby boomers want to email us at Antwan at stayinthegreatpodcast.com.
And be prepared.
We're going to get a inbox for Antwan. For
Y'all
the
don't
show.
know me from Adam,
Yeah.
but I know how to
Adam?
go toe to toe in an email, so
Oh, okay.
be prepared to battle with me. I'm looking at the camera.
No,
We're about to get a fax or something.
I'm gonna get some emails next time for sure. You'd be ready for Antwan.
Yeah.
Let him fire back. Okay, so baby boomers and they need to be more aware.
Yes, I.
Anybody else? No, you were gonna say something. I apologize.
Oh, I just opened my mouth. I didn't have anything to say of substance. Who else?
Anybody else that you're sitting here going on a daily, just like really? It could be specific, but it could also be a generalization. We like to generalize here.
I'm gonna say,
Well, no pressure, Antwan.
more aware. People who use Irish Spring soap.
Oh,
I love it.
That's
this
very
is so,
specific.
This is so fucking random. This is why I asked him this question. Okay, Irish Spring soap. Thank goodness I stopped using Irish Spring soap about 3 years ago.
Thank you.
I'm kidding.
apparently I'm going to have to stop.
You use it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it's been a while. Don't get me wrong. Okay, but okay, please elaborate.
Why do you want to smell like that? It has such a unique, pungent smell. And honestly, if you're using Irish Spring soap, I know that what you do is you take the bar and you just lather it against your body. Don't even use like some type of other vehicle to exfoliate your skin or even really try to clean the nitty gritty. Do you open your cheeks to let water run down them or in between them? Or do you actually wash your behind as you should? Like, I have a lot of questions.
I now have a lot of questions too.
I do
Antwan.
too.
Yeah, Trey. Yeah, go ahead. And no, please continue.
No, you keep going, yeah.
I just have. I think there is just like there. I'm sorry, but I just think that like people who use Irish Spring would probably also use 9-in-1 shampoo, conditioner, oil, lubricant, toothpaste.
9-in-1.
Like I'm like, oh my god, like,
Lubricant,
9-in-1 lubricant.
Like,
toothpaste.
if you can-
What else? Toothpaste, lubricant,
antifreeze, hair mousse,
antifreeze,
Shampoo, conditioner,
antifreeze,
brake
lubricant.
lube,
toothpaste.
toothpaste,
windshield wiper
Polish.
fluid. Like put it in everything.
All in one bottle.
olive oil for the cooking.
You can use it in your like what? Like I just need people like I know. Obviously, you felt your face and you felt your leg
Sure.
and your other.
Trey, you have
parts.
too.
I think so.
Doesn't your face feel a lot different than the rest of your body?
A little bit, yeah.
Like it feels a bit more soft, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then why the
I had to
hell
think about it.
would you take the bar of soap you cleanse your body with and think, hey, I'm going to use this on my face? Use logic.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
Fair enough.
that skin on your body can sustain more. Skin on your face a bit more sensitive. Like people learn how to clean yourselves.
I do like a Dove men soap. No, is that not okay? Dove Sport.
I use Old Spice.
You would here. I don't know
I use
why.
Old Spice.
I don't know what that
To
means.
be
But
honest,
you would.
Old Spice is the only soap for men that I accept.
Okay. So not.
Boom.
But Dove isn't really for men. Dove's like
Dove for men.
Dove is unisex.
Does it say Duff for men?
Yeah.
Ryan.
Damn
Is
it.
that what your wife buys?
No, I buy it for myself.
Oh.
I liked it. Well, you're not feeling.
I need what and does it smell?
Antwan, this is why you're here. I need to know my soap.
Yeah.
My needs on
I
soap.
need you to go to the where do you shop?
I literally go to 3 stores for this family because they all want different shit. Probably Tom Thumb.
Go to
I'm not gonna lie.
Tom Thumb and look at the Dove section. There's a white bottle that just says Dove. Use that one.
Not the Dove for men.
No.
Okay. Anybody that doesn't live in this country, Tom Thumb is like a grocery store.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. We have a lot of worldwide listeners, so I need to make sure I can.
A lot of people. But I'm just like tired of the also people should be more well, this is just actually another rant to be honest. That's not related to anything. But I'm also tired of people I'm tired of like the over genderization, not a word, of like products. It's like, okay, this soap Dove for men you're using, I'm sure it smells great. But if it has a very powerful scent, it's really not cleaning you that well. It's just masking.
Really?
It's like getting a lot of it off, right? But it's like leaving some on and it's masking it with the scent.
I feel like I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
Don't you think so?
Like I'm not trying to dig at you. I'm just saying.
No.
Capitalism got ya.
Yeah. Dove for men. I thought I'm a man. I'm gonna get some Dove. Like whatever.
You were not.
So Dove regular is better than Dove for men.
Like 1,000.
What is your? Let's plug them. Why not? Maybe they'll sponsor us.
Right.
What's your soap?
So I use 3 different soaps.
Are you a bar guy or a body wash guy?
Body wash. So
Okay, I'm a bar. I'm old school.
I'm a body
bar.
wash
Really?
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
with a loofah.
Yeah. Well, actually,
You and your
loofahs
loofah.
are apparently out because they
Oh.
carry bacteria like
Yeah.
so
Okay.
easily.
Yeah, Trey.
So use like an antimicrobial silicone,
An anti what?
I already lost it.
antimicrobial.
Do you know what that means, Trey?
Silicone body scrubber because those don't carry bacteria in them.
Antimicrobial.
No, antimicrobial.
Microbial. You have
Yeah.
to text that
All right.
shit to me.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck he's saying right now.
They work wonders, and they also help to exfoliate your body.
Interesting.
Loofah does.
Fair enough.
But also, what was I saying? Oh, so yeah, I use Naturium body wash. I also use Panoxyl for like my body acne, and then I have Dove on hand if I run out of Naturium in the middle of a
So you use some Dove too. All right, I feel a little better.
So
Right.
Naturium.
Naturium
Where the fuck do you get that?
Target.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
We don't shop
That's
at
a
Target
body
anymore,
wash.
right, Trey? Because
Actually, I do because they've got the old. They've got the
I
old.
thought we were supposed to boycott because of the tuck.
Oh, that's
the
right.
tuck swimwear.
Of course, I don't.
Oh,
Right.
I was actually there today. Yesterday,
You're
getting my
trying
golf
it on.
balls.
Yeah, you're trying. Well, you're trying your swimwear on. Yeah.
you think that's bad? They had a mannequin of an outfit for like a little toddler boy that was like the old newspaper handouters
Yeah.
back in the 1930s. They're trying to make your kids into like the newsy boys. Whatever
Yeah.
they're called.
Wait, hold on. Newspaper handouters. Is that their official?
I did not stutter that
Gen
one
Z.
time.
The newspaper handouters.
The baby boomers going crazy right now.
Yeah,
What
they
the
are
fuck?
That's actually they worked hard. You should respect
Right.
what they do. That's pretty funny. Oh, you guys, this is awesome. We gotta stop because we're supposed to be doing shorter shows and we just can't. When Antwan's here, we're going off. So much fun. Anything else you want to get in tonight, guys? Antwan, you got to have something like just a quick comment to leave everybody going, what the fuck? Nothing? I'm putting you under a little bit of the spotlight here. And I'll edit this if you need me to.
No, I can't say that.
Yes, you can. That's the point.
Well, no, because I don't want to have like I don't want to have it broadcasted.
Oh.
You know, I don't really have much to say. You know, what I will say is life goes on with or without you. So you can either sit there and wallow in self-pity or get up and keep walking.
There it is.
That's actually
This.
something I needed to hear right now.
That, and you know, as soon as you said that, Trey, I thought, you know, my boy Trey, that's gonna hit.
It
him
wasn't
hard.
targeted, I promise.
No, it wasn't. But I think that's the point. You say stuff and it's gonna hit somebody, and hopefully hits a few listeners.
Yeah.
We like all of your exits. Should we make him do the one he always does? I think
Especially
so.
for Meg, yeah.
Yeah, for Meg.
I mean,
For Meg, this is going to be our ending. Meg, we miss you. Hope you enjoyed the show. We love Antwan, and Antwan, we'll see you next time. Take us out.
Oh wait, okay. It's my turn.
I thought it was memorized, Antwan.
It was, but I think I messed it up last time. Oh my goodness.
No one knew. It was just like, okay.
Thoughts intrusive,
Right.
as protrusive, trans inclusive.
Trey was very mesmerized with the ass protrusive part. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but we're gonna go with it. I love it.
Yeah.
In fact, we should adopt that ending.
You should.
Antoine, we'll see you next time. I'm not even gonna say like thanks for coming next time. We'll see you.
Ta-ta.
We'll be right back. My man, we'll see you next time. Love you guys.
Later. Ryan, when my spider gets here, I will let you borrow it, but it's going to bite me first. All right?
How much do you charge?